Thanks for checking out my video. This is a description of my USS Reliant by round 2, 1/537 scale build. And it's almost built straight out of the box. There are some aftermarket additions on there that I'll describe. The first one, and the one that I really like, in addition to a couple of the other factors I'll mention to you, is the custom base. This was made by Matt from Laserfire Creations. It's backlit. I'll show you that as soon as I turn the lighting kit on. And it's a fantastic addition for anyone that's looking to add something to their display models. My requirements were pretty basic, but I've seen some of the other plaques that Matt has made on his site, and they're very creative and pretty complicated. So contact Matt at Laserfire Creations if you're interested in a really cool plaque for your display. Let's see, another aftermarket piece that I used were the nacelles. Here they are blue styrene, and they're made to fit perfectly in these nacelles. They're from DLM, Don's Lighting and Magic, and I've used other aftermarket kits from him. His products are fantastic. They were really useful in my Voyager build. And if you're looking to add some more detail to your builds, definitely look up his site. He's got aftermarket kits for a lot of the popular models that you're interested in. And another thing is, behind these plastic parts are easy LEDs from Paragraphics. If you ever need some brass detail or highly detailed parts, Paul at Paragraphics is your man. I've used a lot of his detail kits for some of my builds. The Enterprise 350, fantastic kit for that. The Voyager detail set, also fantastic. And in this case, those LEDs, I bought his longest strip and used them for these nacelles. And then whatever I had left over, I used to light my plaque. So again, you'll see that in a bit. And the lighting kit that I used to strobe the lights for the nacelles and the navigation lights was from Trek Modeler. And that was a very useful kit. It's a little circuit board. And I added a bunch of other LEDs to light the windows and the impulse crystal and the shuttle bays and a bunch of other things. So it was very easy to modify and tack on these extra LEDs. And you'll see also there's some red LEDs around the shuttle bay and on the nacelles that are really bright, but they look pretty cool. So let me just go ahead and flip this on. Alright, so as you can see, the plaque is backlit, and the kit itself fully functional with the strobe lights on the ends of the nacelles. And one thing I want to draw your attention to is the kit itself just comes with, I guess they're called shuttle bay doors. So I decided to make my own shuttle bays, and they each have a little shuttle inside them. Let's see if I can get you some detail. There's a ceiling light there. Alright, there's a cargo bay door, and you can see a shuttle barely in there. Let's see how close I can get. That's about as close as I can get. And there is a landing strip there. That's shuttle bay 1. And that's shuttle bay 2. Let's see if I can focus in there. That's about as good as that's going to get. So shuttle bay 2. And you can see the fiber optics on either side. They're set to the frequency of the strobes. And the impulse engine is lit. There's in the movie, this impulse crystal isn't lit, but I lit it anyway. It was a clear part on the kit, so what the hell. And here are the LEDs from Paragraphics. As you can see, there's not much space. These nacelles are pretty thin, so there's really not much space for a CCFL tube. And what I used was some tissue paper to diffuse the light in the nacelles. And I think it came out looking pretty good. Well, I'm very happy with it anyway. And the Easy LED products are exactly that. Very easy. Alright, so don't want to bump this model too much. And let's see. So the rear photon launchers are lit. The impulse crystal is lit. And we'll move to the front. And as you can see, there's a very bright bridge dome there, a strobe, and I cut out, I guess that's the mess hall and the VIP lounge there. So those are lit and they are frosted, so you can't really see into them, but you can see that they have some light behind them. The kit itself really wasn't made for lighting. There's a lot of drilling that you have to do for these windows. Luckily I had some practice with my Voyager kit, so be prepared if you're going to buy this kit and you want to light it, you got to do some drilling. So there's some on the sides, there's some drilling that you have to do on the primary hull saucer where the sensor bands are. Those little lights here underneath near the planetary sensor, those are fiber optics, so you got to drill those holes out. And let's see, I guess that's right underneath the bridge dome. Let me just turn off this light, you'll be able to see that better. There we go. So you see the primary strobes, and you'll see, there you go, the navigation lights. So they're on the top and the bottom, port and starboard. We'll go underneath. That is one bright LED here underneath, but you can see it really lights up the underneath of the primary hull really nicely. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, so now we have these nacelles lit up. Seems like I have the power connection is a little flaky, so it's a little sensitive. And I don't know, I guess I didn't show you. Here's the backlit plaque from the remainder of the easy LEDs. Again, so easy to use, and you don't have to worry about voltage. It'll work anywhere from 6 volt to 12 volt, if I believe I recalled the literature correctly. So always an extra if you can light up your plaque. And you can see the all of the drilling that you have to do for these windows. So be patient. There's quite a few of these windows. If you've done the big Enterprise, those windows you didn't have to drill, but if you have to paint them, you got to mask them. It's an exercise in patience. So you got to be very careful when you're drilling out these windows not to use a high-speed drill because you'll melt the plastic. That's really the biggest piece of advice I can give you. And a little bit of reflection from the plastic that I used. Some people mirror their bases, which is pretty cool. I just like to use all black plastic on my bases. They're easy to shine, but hell on fingerprints. And I guess the forward photon launchers are there too. Alright, so I don't want to bore you too much, but I think that's about all I can really tell you about this kit. It took a lot longer than I thought, I'll tell you that much, for as much as I wanted to do on this kit. This was basically my winter project. But happy that it's done, a cool looking kit, and if you got any questions, email me. Thanks for checking it out.